Buffs Nation, what is going on? What a wonderful Monday. For some of you that have off Labor Day, hope you're having a wonderful extended weekend. We're here. Thank you for your patience. I got this upgraded StreamYard thing now. So, Colin and I, we were just working to make sure that he could broadcast from his channel as well. Uh, that way, as many people possible that want to take part in the discussion, that want to see our chat, can do that. So, I have the pleasure of bringing on Colin Moore from Life in Football to talk. Just his incredible experience, all his backstage access, his sideline access that he was given, and cannot wait to hear from him. So y'all let me know who's watching in the comments. Again, we'll take some questions at the end, just like Colin loves to do at the end of his interviews. And without further ado, I welcome on the great Colin Moore. How's it going, man?
Good. Good. Appreciate you having me on, man.
Absolutely. And I mean, holy cow, what a weekend for you. Again, I talk Buffs, you know that now in a lot of my videos, but what I love, talking to you is that I want to talk to you about your experience first and foremost. I mean, we know how the game turned out and everything like that.
Right.
But I mean, let's just start there, man. I would just love to hear what the experience was like for you and some of the highlights.
Listen, it was amazing, man. Because first off, just being real about it. Last year, I didn't know I was gonna be in this position, man. Last year, I had no clue. So we went to games at Florida. We went to Florida A&M game. We went to a South Florida game, and I was only traveling in state. Now God done blessed me where, man, I'm traveling around the country going to games. Like, all because God blessed me with a great family, a Life of Football family that rocked with me so hard that, man, I get to travel. So, man, these doors was open. So when I'm at the TCU, we went to me and my business partner, and I appreciate Tremaine for definitely blessing us with his company blessed us with the flight, the room, took care of everything. So we went to the TCU area that night. Well, first off, we had a meet and greet in Dallas. Dallas was wild because I had been to Dallas, but I never got outside of the airport. So the airport, like a maze, bro. It's like a maze. So I'm laughing online to them, like everybody in Dallas, like, why y'all didn't tell me this was a maze? So we ride around. And John the Liquidator was there. So John the Liquidator came and he picked me up while we was waiting on my business partner. So we riding around trying to figure out where to go. Then Rod, the man media, told us to go to Lolo and get they chicken and waffles. So we went there, which I had ate in the airport at Papado. I don't know.
Papado.
Never knew nothing about it. Everybody told me to go check it out. Man, that was good. So realized that they told me, hey, John at the airport. No, John texted me and said he was at the airport. So I'm like, bro, you at the airport? Well, hey, where you at? Let me meet you. Come to find out, he at the whole different airport. So he had to come to where I was at.
Dallas Love?
Yeah. See, I ain't know nothing about that. He was at Love, and I was at the one I was at, which I guess is DFW.
DFW, yeah, right there outside of Grapevine, yeah.
So I'm right there. He picked me up. We ride around laughing because he trying to get in and out of traffic. I'm looking at the amazing homes because it's sightseeing for me. So before we even get to the game, we link up. Then after I get done with him and my business partner come, we eat at I only ate a waffle at Lolo's because I had already ate. So we left there, and me and my business partner went straight to Frisco. We went to the Star.
Okay.
And we went to the Dallas Cowboys practice facility.
It's so cool.
Man, listen, we was in the draft room. Bro, we sitting right where they do the draft at. Like Jerry Jones, Mr. Jerry Jones chair that he sit in. Bro, I'm right there by. I'm like, Jerry, I'm telling his chair because I know they say he's watching. So I'm like, bro, I can tell you who you can get next, and we'll get the Cowboys on the money. I can have the Cowboys rolling if they let me pick. I pick some good players for them. So we saw that. Then God blessed it where, bro, they normally don't never let people inside their little locker room. So we went into the locker room where the guys practice, where the guys get dressed before practice. It's like it looked like this, like if you could, like my hand, that gap in it, like this side of the locker room, this side, everybody could see each other like that, if that makes sense. So when you walk in, you can walk right in and right through. It's just like that. So we filmed. No, they didn't let us film it. Yeah, they didn't let us film it. They did not let us film that. But man, it was nice. It was nice, man. They showed us all the different levels how they practice and what they do. We saw the film rooms. We saw where the scouts work at. We saw where ITB at. We also saw they got this little practice field. So say they work on something new, instead of going down the stairs, going to the practice field, losing all that time, they got about 20 or 30 yards on the roof. It's a little short area on the roof they can practice, man. Then they took us into the field where a lot of the Texas high school players, they'll play some of their games at.
Yes, right there.
Oh, that was amazing.
It's so cool.
Yeah. That was amazing. And they had a game there that night, but we had to meet and greet in Fort Worth, so we had to leave and go to the meet and greet. And we had a meet and greet at the main event, which was nice. Like, to actually meet the people who actually rock out with us, man. That was amazing. Like, that was a blessing. And just to hear how they think about it, how they hear it, how they look at it when they hear it, man, that was all a blessing. All right. Then later that night, we was trying to go to the TCU stadium, but we went too late. So they was like, you park right here. We gonna tow that car. We'll tow it. You want to, we'll tow it. So we laughing like, we're like, well, bro, where to park at? Then they say go park at Kroger's. So we parked at Kroger's, it was about half a mile, a little over half a mile. I thought that was too far to walk, but my homeboy, which is my business partner, he was like, bro, let's walk it. So we walked it. Glad we did, because that's where we ended up having to park for the game the next day.
Okay, that's good.
So coming into the game, man, we got there. I thought I had parking tickets, but I didn't. They only gave me access to the field. So I went up there, and then I seen everybody waiting for Coach Prime, and I was like, well, if everybody gonna wait for Coach Prime right here, I'm gonna wait too. So I waited for Coach Prime right there, and man, I'm talking about they pulled up. I met Miles Slusher. That's how you say his last name?
Yeah. Miles Slusher. Yeah.
I believe it was his mom, dad, and grandmother. And I met them because they was waiting. I said, hey, y'all Miles' parents? They was like, yeah. I said, well, when they coming? He said they on their way now. So we sat there waiting for Coach Prime to pull up. Man, it was like a movie. Like, he pulled up, he got out, everybody went crazy. And then the team came, and then they came and went in. And then the media part, where TCU had the media part at, is I was asking them how to get to the field, because they giving you media access, but they're not telling me where to go. So I'm clueless of where to go. So I'm looking like, well, where to go? They were like, go through there. I saw all the Colorado people getting taped up and stuff. I was like, y'all are sure I go through here? They was like, yeah, keep going. So I kept going. And then Colorado locker room was right by the field access. So pretty much when we leave, we right there with the squad. When we come out, we right there with the squad. So, man, to be out there in Dallas, just to sit out there and say, wow, I didn't even plan on going to this. Like, from the end of any time last year, I had no clue that God was going to allow that to happen. From January, well, when Coach Prime got the job, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, and up until some part in July, when Jermaine and his company said they'll take care of it, bro, we had no clue we was going to that game. No clue. So then to be out there, about a month after, a little over a month, man, was amazing. The whole atmosphere, man, was amazing.
Oh, man. And just seeing it through, your lens on Saturday.
I was trying to give it to you, but the signal, Man, I don't know what was happening.
Oh, dude, it was so cool just even seeing the players get off the bus. And I mean, you've talked to, pretty much the whole team. So
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
recognizes you. You know, they're giving you fist bumps. I saw that. I don't know if you saw this because you're a busy guy, but
yeah,
Uncle Neely. He highlighted you, gave you a shout out on his videos, and
yeah,
just everything like that. But before we get to your big moment, in the press conference,
yeah.
what was being on the sideline like? What was the game energy? What did it feel like?
Well, before the game. So since we right there, I didn't know how I was gonna do it for the family, the YouTube family, the live football family. So I didn't know how I was gonna do it. So I said, okay, as soon as I get out here, as soon as I got out there and they got there, the boys went to pretty much going to the field. They went immediately and started going to the field. So I said, well, man, I'm gonna go out here too. So I went and turned it on. I'm just showing y'all what I see. And then the coach is walking by, they talking with me. I'm like, Coach, what's happening? It's like, hey man, Coach Chancey, if I'm saying his last name right, he was out there and he was talking to me. Then Warren Sapp, he came over, he was talking. The Colorado players was coming, dapping me up. Boy, what happened? And all that. So now we sitting out there. Then, excuse me, Warren Sapp, he came back and somehow we went to talking because I said, man, you from Apopka? He said, nah. I ain't from Apopka. I went and played there because that's his high school. He was like, I'm from Plymouth, if I'm saying his hometown right.
Yeah.
So we went talking about the zip codes and area codes, and we talking about all that. And then Coach Chaney, he talking, and we just everybody talking, and the other coaches, they coming by, we dapping each other up, talking. Then, Lord behold, man, it's a guy, because it's a small world how God works stuff out. It's a guy that known me before I was even born, because he best friends with my uncle.
Okay.
And he with the coaching staff, he connected. And we was just sitting out there talking about, man, we two boys from Bartow, Florida, that's out here in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Who would have guessed that, man? You could have never guessed that. And then you got Bishop. He thinking he like a quarterback and wide receiver out there warming up. He thought I wasn't throwing the ball to McNeil. He throwing that thing high. He running and catching it all kind of ways. I'm like, bruh, hey,
what can he do?
Like that now? He messing around like, yeah, you see me. So they out there chilling. Then as the game was getting ready, man, listen, the student section at TCU. Now I done been around student sections because most of the time they put in a college game, they put you on the sideline where the student section at.
Yeah.
But the student section was going. They said so much stuff that I said, dog, do they mama and daddy know they talk like this? I'm talking about they were talking crazy out there.
That's where they learned it from, man.
Man, that was wild, man. I said, what make kids talk like that? I was like, they yelling out stuff so aggressive. I was like, now they know good and well if these boys seen them face to face, they wouldn't say none of that stuff. But I guess they say the stupidest stuff to you to try to make you trigger you or something. But
yeah,
man, it was amazing, man. Oh, then, bro, when Coach Prime walked out to doing his little normal walkout, he do his walks before the crowd on TCU side just went wild. Whoa, bro. But he walked and then he just doing his thing. He's doing his thing. Then everybody trying to get pictures of him. He's like, hey, y'all gotta move. Let me walk. Then the offensive coordinator for TCU, he warms up and runs the whole field. He just lapping the whole field. So he really technically, if you ain't paying him no mind, he really kind of just the trace of the field, the sideline and the end zone back part, he tracing that. He just running like you wouldn't even know it's him. Getting his little workout in. Yeah, man. I'm talking about you pretty much seeing everybody right there.
Oh,
TCU had some players, some two guys that was on their squad.
Okay.
And they were sitting on Colorado side watching everything. So they just watching. The ref said, hey, why y'all down here? They said, this our side of this our sideline, ref. Ref, this is our sideline. Colorado's sideline is over there. And then the ref like, now you know good and well I get what you saying, but this 50 yards. Y'all got 50 yards. They got 50 yards to the game start. You on they 50 yards. Well, what? No, get yourself back down there. So they walk back down there. Because I thought of that too. I was like, why them boys over here? Then I realized, I said, oh, shoot. I need to, before the game, I need to go back over there on Colorado side so I don't be stuck cheering. And they like, man, get that boy out of here. So I had to go back to Colorado while before the game. But listen, y'all, when they was warming up, my phone got so hot, it went off. My phone got so hot, dog, it turned off. I was like, dog, I was on live and it turned off. Do you know Coach Prime them, man, the way he be talking to the boys, it had you amp, man. Man, he talked to you so good as a DB. Well, he talking to everybody, but when he talking to them DBs, it make you want to go out there and shine. So I'm like, dog, I'm right here on the sideline with them. Listen, them boys so big. I was saying to myself, what made me think I could play college ball? Which I did, but I'm saying, when you see how big, I guess when you trying to get to the NFL or you trying to play college ball, you don't think about your size. But when I'm sitting on the sideline looking at their size and my size, I'm like, dog, Kamani was so tall, man. Like everybody in the secondary had height. I'm like, oh,
yes,
these boys like that. And then when Javon Antonio walked past me, I said, God, dog, imagine me at 5'7.5" trying to D him up. Like, bro, just put me at slot. Just put me at nickel or dime. I don't need to be out there with him. But now at my age, I would have tried to be out there with him. But he was big, man. So, yeah. Man, that thing was crazy.
Quick question for you. There was something that I think DNVR mentioned in one of their videos about how when Prime walked by pregame or whatever, you know, all the TCU recruits that were there, I mean, they just looked along and, you know, followed him along. Did you get a chance to talk to any of the recruits or see what they had to say?
I almost was going to talk to them boys, but I didn't. It was like a couple of recruits right here. Like, it was a big lineman and then looked like some DBs running back type of guys, like by their size. And I was finna say something to him, but I just chilled. I was like, man, it don't matter. I don't know if Coach Prime he might be recruiting someone, you never know. Then with Coach Prime and the DBs, they do it on the wayside. At least at that game, they was on the wayside. And I see when we go to Nebraska what side they be on. But they was right there on the wayside. Man, all the boys just came over. And they were just like looking, like, man, look at Coach Prime. And all the DBs, they moving around. And then Shiloh came by, and somebody must have knew him because they were like, hey, what up? And Shiloh dapping them up and were hollering at them. Man, listen, it was amazing just to see all of it. And Coach Prime just own them. Like I got a son, right? Well, I got two sons, but one can actually play sports. And my daughter plays sports too, but right now, since my son playing basketball, when I'm out there with him, I'm like, that's my boy. Like, no matter how he doing, I'm like, that's my boy. But the fact that he can handle himself in basketball pretty good on defense, I'm like, yeah, lock that boy down, boy. And you got him locking down. So when Coach Prime over there with the DBs, I feel like he feel like them his sons, like all of them, like, boy, lock them boys down. This what we do. And that's what it felt like when we was over there. Like, I'm like, dang, Coach Prime right here. Now, at the same time, it's funny because when he over there, I am sort of trying to get his attention without getting his attention. Like, but I ain't trying to be obvious because I don't want him to, like, because he handling business. But I'm like, bro, like, coach, I'm here. I can't say that because I don't want to say, man, get him off the sideline. So I just feel like, but I'm like, coach, like, I want, if my body could have said it, hey, coach, but I wasn't going to do that. But I wanted to holler at him, but I couldn't. So I just watched. I was in awe like they was in awe. That matter of fact, when I saw Coach Prime at the Under Armour All-American game in 2019, that December 2019, then it rolled into, you know what it rolled into. When he was right there, like he was real close to me. But he went, you can't really get that close to him in a way. You can, but you can't. Because it'd be business going on. So just imagine both times I'm like, but you can't get to him. So it's just funny, man.
Oh, man. Another thing I want to ask you about pregame before we get into more of the game experience. One thing that I noticed, like looking at the videos warming up, man, like with how much everybody's talked about this team, man, like I mean, if it was me, I would be nervous as heck, man. I'd be nauseous. I'd be throwing up. And I mean, these guys were warming up. They looked cool as ice. They seemed calm. It seemed like they were just going through their routine that they go through every day. What did you pick up as everybody was getting kind of warmed up in terms of the vibe, the feel, the energy, all that?
They just were ready, man. Everybody came out and was ready. Like, excuse me, nobody looked like they was nervous. Everybody looked like, but to be real with you, think about it. Everybody played where they was at. Everybody that came in really put on a show where they was at. It wasn't nobody came that didn't put on a show. Even Bishop Thomas, when he was on this, he didn't play last year, but he redshirted. He dominated the scout team, which if people really understand what happened is he's going against the first team offense and dominated to the point they gave him scout team. So really, Bishop Thomas played all season long. He just didn't play in the game.
That's right.
He played. So everybody pretty much was a baller where they was at. And they came here. So everybody know what it feel like to be out there. It's just now you wearing, it's like if you play in Lakeland. Lakeland got a bunch of little league teams. So when you go to your high school, your high school team might not be at Lakeland. You might go to Kathleen. So you ain't wearing the Lakeland Gators no more. You wear Kathleen High School. Or you ain't wearing Lakeland Destroyers no more. You wearing Lakeland Dreadnoughts. So with that, that's how I feel with them. They all came from a different, let's just say, basically a different squad. But they all dominated. And it's like an all-star squad got put together. That's all it was. Coach Prime put together an all-star squad that attack everybody else's team. That's basically what it is. He got dogs from everywhere to come whoop up on your team. They had years to recruit their team. Coach Prime had one semester and brought everything from everywhere. So yeah, that's what that was.
Oh, just absolutely incredible. Now, when we get to the game, man, where are you situated at? I mean, how did it feel after that? Like that first 3 and out, we kick it off.
Oh, that first 3 and out was so quick, bro. Yeah. I'm talking about it. It was so quick. It didn't. No, first I'm gonna rewind you back. Check this out. Fox Network or the school gives each team their time to go out. Like TCU came out when they came out, but when Coach Prime came out, like let's say the people saying 1, I'm like 3, 2, 1, and then Prime them run out. So Prime them running out, and I'm like, my boy done ran out just like he said he was gonna do. So that's why words got power. You gotta make sure what you saying about what you want to happen in your life is really what you want to happen. Because if you not, you have dumb stuff happen. He spoke, he wanted to run out for the game, and guess what he did? He ran out for the game. But TCU, for some reason, had family and friends out there or something. And when Coach Prime them running across the field, TCU side said, boom, and they went wild. Yeah. And the families and friends are running as Coach Prime them coming.
Oh no.
Bro, that made me so, I felt, I say, I know what he got to be thinking, like, oh, boy, I'm going to whoop y'all up today. Because now y'all know that was wrong. Now listen, not only it went grown folks running out there, it was little kids joyfully running, families of TCU joyfully running out when Colorado run. That was, whoever messed that up, that was terrible. I don't know if they tried to do that or what, but that was no way that should have happened, man.
Inexcusable.
It was no way that should have happened. Yeah, and Uncle Neely, when he showed me love like that, I told him after the game, I told him, man, I thank you. I appreciate him. I thank him for, man, he was the first one to connect with, well, there's some other people connect with me, but he was the first one connect with me with Coach Prime. Like, he did that connection, boom, boom. So, man, that was a blessing, man. That was a blessing. So I told him that was a blessing. And he hit me up and told me he had put me on the show. So I thank God for him, man. I listen, I thank God for Uncle Neely. I tell y'all now, I tell you forever. I appreciate him, man, 1,000 billion%. But yeah, and then bro, that made me mad myself. I'm like, now they know that was wrong. It's little kids out there. I'm talking about they're happy. Yeah, mama, yeah. And the parents, yeah. But they run across Coach Prime them. That was crazy. So I know that kind of turned the boys like to a certain way. Like, that's what y'all gonna do to us? I know the players and Sonny Dykes didn't have nothing to do with it, but whoever's operating the system. Oh, and that's what I thought about too while I was there. I said, wow, y'all think that the game is played just on the game. It's so many moving parts. You got Fox Network, they running back and forth trying to get everything. You got Darius and Bucky, they trying to get everything. You got, man, what I didn't realize is Shador warms up before he comes out every time. He'll run down to the end zone back and forth. I say, this boy is a professional. Y'all, like if I'm a scout, like I ain't never seen another quarterback do it. Matter of fact, next game I'm gonna watch. Next game I'm gonna see if the opposing quarterback do what. Now, not that he has to do what Shador does, but the way he get prepared before he go out for a series, man, it was beautiful. I had never seen that done before. Never seen it done before. And then the fans, bro, the fans threw a can at this man. Boy, that made me so mad. I wanted them to pull whoever that was out the stadium and get them out. I want them to ban them. Or if they didn't ban them, they tell them if you matter of fact, you could never drink in our stadium. You got to be high up. Bro, yeah. That made me so mad. I said, now why they did that? That I ain't like. Don't throw nothing at the man. Then one time somebody tried to throw beer.
Yes.
And Fox Network caught it. I was right, like Coach Prime and his son walking down, and they walk back, they talking. I think this at the beginning of the game. Yeah, they walking down and then they walk back. I guess they got a little ritual thing they do. Bro, somebody threw the beer or threw the liquid out, and I see the liquid, but the liquid came across me. Boom. Then I went to thinking, if I was standing there, would they have thrown that on me? And then I say, well, how would I have been thinking? A lot of stuff was going through because we on Colorado side, but I'm by the TCU students. So they just going wild, man. They going wild.
Man, I don't even know how I would have responded if something like that happened, man. That sounds, for their ability to focus, man, with all that going on, it just speaks to how strong they are mentally, man, with all that. And yeah, like what happened, man, when it was pretty clear from the get-go, man, that CU was here to
yes,
they were here to really put it on them. What did that feel like? What were you
It's good because them boys went 3-and-out quick. Bam! I was like, dog, that was all they had. All right, let's go. Then I think we drove down and scored. I believe we drove down and scored, and Dylan that was scored. So I'm like, yeah. Dog, I'm so happy, like, dang, like we really out here and we up now. We up 7-0. So now we're looking at the that professional mindset at all times because it was wild out there. I'm looking at the score. Now I'm looking at the time go down, like, yeah, okay. All right, we up. Then they come back and bro, they drive it down and score. Boom, they score. I'm like, well, dog, this finna be a game. Then I think I can't remember how it went going, but it was going good. But it was going up and down, up and down. And I was like, man, as it was going on, listen, I'm be real with you, man. I'm just gonna be real with you. I said, Lord, Coach Prime need this win. Sonny Dykes had a Cinderella season last season. Coach Prime need this win, Lord. Lord, we need it. Let us get this win. He don't need that win. He went to the chip last year. Now, we would have went to the chip last year. I was still wanting to win, but if you went to the chip, you done been there, done that. Sonny Dykes didn't win it, but still he been coaching a while. He been in the game. No, Lord, we need this. So every time it was going up and down, like, Lord, hey. So right when they went down and scored that last touchdown, I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, Lord, come on now. Let us get the ball back and score. And then we scored. I'm like, yes. And then I said, we could put the pressure on him. But some reason when we went to putting the pressure on him, bro, the quarterback, he wasn't the same. Bro, Sunfire Brown was adding, he wasn't the same. He was normally hitting them boys on the money. Bam, bam. He was on the money, dog. But towards the end of the game, he wasn't. I was like, yes, throw it however you want to throw it. He was throwing behind them and throwing at the sideline. I was like, do all that, brother. Let us get up out of here with this win. Now, it is a play I'm going to tell you was amazing. Darius was coming down. I told Darius, I was like, bruh, get right here where I'm at. I ain't filming nothing. You get where I'm at and you film it so you can get a good shot. Well, I believe the shot that he got, because I backed up out the way so he can get in position. Because the ref was kind of standing there, so he had to get like a solid little spot. Because it was Fox there, he there. Man, I was at a good spot. Like I was right by the end zone the whole game. So I seen, it was amazing seeing some of the stuff came to my sideline. All right. But I'm gonna start with this play. So I'm telling Darius, hey Darius, you can get there, but I still want to see the play. So I'm trying to move because we squished, because it's like the TCU people and the state, like we right at the wall. So I'm like, Darius, get there. He said, man, thank you, man. I'm like, yeah, get the shot, because I'm not recording nothing. You get the shot. Man, he got an amazing shot. So the quarterback rolls around. I see the wide receivers go that way. I'm like, okay. I see the running back come out the backfield. I said, oh, man. Why we touchdown? I'm sad. Touchdown. He throw the ball. Whew. All in my mind, because I don't see nobody else. He is wide open to me. I say, this is a touchdown. Dog, this is a touchdown. All I see is some hands swoop by. Boom. And it was Travis. He picked it. I say, God, dog. I'm like, yeah. But right before that, they was talking to Travis. Throw at Travis. Man, that boy picked that thing on. Then check this. This what happened, man. Remember that pass that they threw to Travis, but he dropped it?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, listen. I thought he had it. Bro, I was right there. So I'm watching him. I see him leaving the DB. So I say, oh, I see the ball dropping. I say, oh, okay. Oh, he can make that. He can make it. My boy said, boom. He jumped out. I said, okay. Bam, it landed in his hands. Mm-hmm. I said, yeah. And then when he landed, he hit the ground. It still looked like he had it. Boom, he rolled, and then it came out. I was like, dog, trap. That play was yours, boy. Now, maybe, listen, if he would have caught that and that other one that he had in the other end zone, that would have been highlights forever. But if he would have caught that one, it would have set us up. I think we'd have been up 14-0 on that play.
Yes.
So it was, man, I was right there, dog. Okay, now I'm going to bring you back to another play. Because I'm right there and I could call. I guess because I played ball and I could see stuff. I see the tight, they in a bunch formation. I see the tight end. I see them, the safeties, them, they calling each other. They like, hey, somebody come down. Come down. Hurry up, come down. So I see the bunch and I see the tight end. For some reason, I don't know why in the world it hit me. I said, bro, they finna throw to this tight end. They gonna throw to him. Bruh, I don't know how I called it. The tight end slipped out the backfield. Trevor Woods was there, but if Trevor Woods would have been a little closer or on top of him, they wouldn't have made it. But Travis Woods still almost made the play, and it just barely went over his hands.
Oh,
the tight end, bruh, I was on my knee watching the play because I was trying to get a good angle. The tight end jumped for it. Boom. When he caught it, he fell in the end zone. Do you know that play was right by me? So I said to myself, I wonder if I'm on TV right now. Like, I wonder if I'm on TV. Well, the scoreboard came by and it showed him catching it. And I was sitting there right on the knee, and I'm on the big jumbotron at the stadium. I said, man, look at God. Look at, he got me up here. Now, I ain't want the boy to score, but he got me up here. Now, I'm going to tell you about when they drove down. When the quarterback, when he was operating that thing, boom, 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 they were operating that thing. He threw the ball in the end zone because I'm at the back of the end zone. So I don't know if I looked at the scoreboard. Yeah. I think I turned to the scoreboard because they were too far down. So in my mind, I say, if I look at the scoreboard, maybe we're going to make a play. I was just, you're telling yourself stuff. So I'm like, all right, boom. All I see and throw that ball, I said, dog, that's a touchdown. Boy, you see Trevor Woolers jump across that thing. Yeah. Boy, the crowd went. Well, the Colorado fans, because the Colorado fans was down here by me. They went, wow, man. Listen, that thing was electric, man. Like the whole stadium was filled up. And then it was so hot, man. Whoo, it was hot. No, I'm telling you, it was hot. And I ain't have no water. So I'm out there saying, Lord, you got to send me some water or something. And somebody walked by and said, can I get that water? I got to get that water. You got to give me that water. Because, hey, I was thirsty. Boy, I was so thirsty out there. Hey, man, I caught a cramp after the game, man. I was so thirsty. Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh! Did you see Snoop Dogg's call on the on Trevor Woods' interception?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
I loved it, man. I loved it. Well, what happened? I guess, man. I guess there are a few more plays, man, that happened in that first half. You have. I think we talked about Dylan Edwards' touchdown. We could talk about Jace Feely's field goal. Kind of all that. I don't know.
Now his first one of them got blocked. Oh my goodness, bro! When it got blocked, excuse me. When it got blocked, bro, check this out. The Texas dude, the TCU guy, he should have picked it up and scored. Bro, I was so scared he was finna pick it up and score. When he was trying to get it, I said, man, look here. I'm looking at the play. Like, oh my goodness. He finna pick it up and run. He tried to pick it up, but he couldn't get it. And then he fell on it. I said, yes. Because I didn't want him to score, man. He had a clear shot to the end zone. It was nobody finna stop him. And it looked like our players was hard to get to him. They was hard to get to him. I was like, but he fell on it. I was like, I don't know what he was thinking. I would have picked that ball up and been celebrating in that end zone. Well, I probably would have threw the ball out the end zone. I'd have been celebrating so hard. But yeah, he fell on it. I was happy he fell on it.
Oh yeah, me too, man. It was so funny, man, because I was doing a live watch along for it, since I was out here in Colorado, and I was just saying, I was like, guys, like, man, I hope with what happened in the spring game, you were at the spring game, right? Yeah. And we just couldn't protect for a field goal to save our lives. So I'm just like, I just want to see this. I just want to see it get off. Who cares? And we block it. I was like, no. I was no, man. But man, when he hit that second one at the end of the half, man, that
was good because we was already getting the ball. Just
ice in his veins.
Yeah, I liked that.
So what was the half like, man? Did you get some more water? Where did you go? Hopefully you got some shade. What was all that?
Somebody gave me some water on the sideline. They gave me some water. That water felt like, man, whoo. Boy, that water was better than money. Goodness gracious. That water was better than money at that moment. You know how sometimes you ever been sick and then you like, oh, I love my health. Give me my health back. Lord, please give me. That's how I was trying to get some water in my body. I was like, oh, I need some water. Oh my goodness. Next time I'm wearing a hat, I'm gonna make sure I have water. Oh my goodness. Man, that water was so good. At halftime, I got another water, but it was cool in halftime. So I was chilling then. I couldn't even drink the water, really. I was like, I needed it outside, but in here it's so cool and collective. I still drank it, but I'm like, it's easy. Then it got hot again after halftime.
Oh, real quick, Colin. I'm sorry. I want to tell you this.
Yeah.
A few years ago, it was probably 7-8 years ago, when I was living in Abilene, in West Texas, my buddy had a sanitation business, and one of his contracts he had was for the TCU locker room, man.
Right.
So we had to go and sanitize like all their football facility stuff throughout an evening. And I mean, it still must have been over 100 degrees, but you reminded me, man, I threw up all over that practice facility when I was sanitizing that thing.
Yeah.
I got so dehydrated, I passed out, man. So I can't imagine how you felt out there in the middle of the day. Getting that water when it was
no, when that girl gave me that water, I was so happy. I was about to go tell the fans, but I couldn't tell the student session because they was gonna act stupid. But I was about to go over there to the Colorado people, like, bro, tell whoever back there they need to bring me a water. I need a water. Like I need some liquid. And they were coming right now. Next half, I thought I was good. Boy, that got so hot again. I said, God, no. One of the guys walked by with a water. I said, bro, you got another one? It's like, we just gave the last one. I said, whew, goodness.
Oh no, man.
I said, Lord, I don't know what's gonna happen. I said, we still got some time on the clock. Dog. Then me and this TCU dude was talking. And this is what happened. Dylan Ellis got up out of there. I say, hey, they don't know what a 4-3 feel like. I say, that's a 4-3. So he said, yeah, man. He said, man, y'all got some players over there. I said, yeah, boy, we like that. And then he came back with some water. So I've been talking to the TCU dude the whole game, really. So he came back with some water. He popping his water, he drinking it. And I'm looking at him like, bro, you ain't get me no water. You know I'm thirsty. So I'm out there like, oh. And he pulled out the back of his pocket and he handed me that water. I was like, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Boy, I thank that man so much for that water. Boy, that water was, again, better than money. That water was better than money. I said to myself, never will I ever go to a 12 o'clock game and don't have no water. I might have me an ice cooler down there. I said, you know what? I'm going to go over there next time. I'm going over there with the players. Hey, let me hit that. I ain't going to be thirsty no more. I will not be thirsty again for a game ever. I'm going to get listen, let me hit that. Matter of fact, one time the game was going on, one of the players wanted some water, but they couldn't hear him. And the play about to go back in the game. I say, hey, trainer, he need water. So they ran out and gave water, but I thinking, shoot, I need that water too. Then the ref, one of the ref, he came by me. He walking like this. So I walked up to him. I said, hey, ref, you good, bro? He was like, yeah, I'm thirsty. I said, you don't look thirsty. You look like you hurting. You hurt? You hurt? You limping your hip? What? He was like, nah, I'm just thirsty. Man, when he was hitting that water, I was like, dang, I want the water too. Throw it over here, ref. I should have told the ref, throw that water over here. But I didn't. But boy, hey, man, I'm telling you, it was hot. When I go to Colorado, I don't know how hot it's going to be, but I will surely make sure I hide me some water in like a little nice spot where I could drink it later.
Oh, man.
I'm going to have 2 waters a quarter. 2 waters a quarter.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we got to make sure that, on the sideline that we're taking care of everybody that's, that's got the cameras. And I will say this before we get into the second half, man, when you're here on campus, they're going to be like, make sure you're paying for parking. If you park here or there, we're going to tow you, yada, yada, yada. Well, as being a student there, I really racked up the parking tickets as well. But man, if you're never coming back, if you got a rental car, man, just let that thing go, man. They send me a thing in the mail. They're like, we're gonna tow your car, if it's ever back on campus, all that. Well, joke's on you. My car broke down. I got a new car now. So nothing they can do. But man, the weather's gonna be great. It might feel a little bit hot with you didn't feel this in April, but just with the I don't know, man. It's not as hot, but you kind of feel the heat a little bit more. Yeah. It kind of has to do with the thinner atmosphere, but you're gonna love it here. But anyways, let's get into the second half, man. Yeah. How did that feel going back and forth? TCU takes the lead again in the fourth. Shador's just dissecting everybody. Jimmy Horn's out there making plays. Xavier Weaver, Dylan Edwards scoring more touchdowns. What were you hearing? What were you feeling?
Well, halftime when we came out, somebody was talking to me and they was telling me they was just giving me pointers about just what was going on. So Colorado done ran out and I'm talking to him And as I look up, I see Coach Prime walking out. I'm like, no, well, I got to hurry up and get out there because everybody gone. Like all the media people, they gone. So Coach Prime walking out, I'm probably like 5, 7 steps behind Coach Prime. So when he coming out, I'm coming out. Well, Jimmy Horn happened to come out of the locker room. So me and Jimmy walking right beside each other. And I know Coach Prime focused on the game. I know Jimmy focused on the game. But I say, man, you know what? I'm going to just tell Jimmy what I'm thinking. So I look over at Jimmy. I say, bro, boy, you finna score a touchdown this game, bro. Watch you score a touchdown, man. He said, yeah. I'm finna get out there and do it, man. I say, bro, watch you score a touchdown. So then I walked on out, and he walked on over. Now, as them plays going back and forth, Jimmy comes down. It's Jimmy right down there by my end zone. And I'm like, I see. Remember I told you I could dissect plays, and I'm thinking what the play gonna be? Well, Jimmy, it's 2 wide receivers on the outside. I can't remember who the wide receiver was by Jimmy, but it was Jimmy in the middle of that slot. So the safety on Jimmy, I'm like, oh, and he playing off too. I'm like, oh, Jimmy finna eat him. So I went to thinking about what play it could be. So I said, oh, I told Jimmy he finna score. Jimmy finna score on a post route, but he didn't. A couple plays later, that's when Jimmy scored. And I'm like, bruh, I told this man he was going to score. So that's what happened when I ran up to him after the game. I'm like, Jimmy, I told you was going to score, boy. I told you. So now I'm celebrating like it was my touchdown. But, yeah, I read that play. But I'm going to tell y'all, when TCU came back out, they were driving that thing. Bam, 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 bam. Boy, they were running down that field. I said, God, dog. What? Whoa, golly. Boy, I don't know. Lord, please let us win this, but God, dog. But then Shador on another level. Like, if people just sit, if a scout watching Shador, you want him. Because, man, he'll go get out there and jog on the field, get back, come back up, jog back. He get his arm ready. He get loose. And then, bam, he go in and do what he do. I'm like, dog, you like that, boy. So I'm like, dog, man, this boy really holding it down. Like, it was like nothing bothering him. And then it was a play that he made. I don't know if y'all got to see it, but he hiked the ball and the line, they one of the DNs crashing down. So he rolls out. And when he rolls out, the D lineman turn and try to run to the angle to meet him at an angle. Well, what happened was Shador set him up. Shador rolled out. The D lineman peeled off the O lineman and started making the angle to make the tackle. Then Shador stopped, and then the lineman smashed him. Bam! Then Shador came back and threw it. Boom! And completed the play. I say, that boy like that. I say, dang, he like that. Bro, that boy nice. Oh, and as the game was going on, y'all, I said to myself, dog, has Travis Hunter even came out the game? Then I went to thinking, because while I thought that, I was looking at number 4, the quarterback for TCU. And I said, well, if I was out there right now, I might only be able to run 10 plays. They had to get me out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what was happening, man. That's what was happening.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I just love the way that you're just giving us a different visual of everything, because now we see the plays that we saw on TV, but now I got this whole idea now of what it was like to experience it. And let's get to the end of the game, man. Let's get to the end of the game. Okay.
You got this song. I ain't gonna lie, that thing was bumping on the sideline. And it was like, horn frog. I was with him, boy. Yeah, hey, bought that thing, boy. Yeah. Boy, that thing was bumping. Whatever song they got, it was bumping. I said, dog, TC, you out here rocking.
Oh, the Hypno Frog too, or whatever. Did you see that on the scoreboard?
That song was rocking, boy. I'm talking about, I caught myself. Yeah. Oh, I went to, yeah. Oh, boy. Who made that? And the whole stadium, they rocking with it. I say, boy, TCU, y'all did that one, boy. Hey, I say shit. Hey, I play that on my own. Boy, they were rocking that one.
Oh,
They were rocking that thing, man. Appreciate
man.
that, KH.
Man, I love that. Yeah, but let's get to the end, man, because that last drive, man, where we scored, I mean, 4th and 2. I can't remember if that was the same drive in which maybe it was that play that you described in which Shador threw it on no, it was a different one. That long 3rd and 17 to Travis Hunter where he was interfield with and
bro, when that ball went up in the air and I'm looking at the ball. I'm looking at who it's going to. I'm looking at him and the DB. I say, dog, they right there. And somehow Travis said, no, sir. This me, boy. Poof. Yeah, he grabbed that thing, came down the field. I say, boy, I went, wow. Yeah. Yeah. But we still need to finish business. But I was like, whoo, boy, we needed that. That boy did his thing. He did his thing on that play. We needed that. God, dog, we needed that.
incredible. It was clutch. I mean, all of our players, man, especially our top end, our star players, man, all of them played like stars. And I mean, it was the difference, just incredible. And then we get to that 4th and 2, and I mean, Dylan Edwards, takes that little screenplay. It was probably going so fast for you live, but that little hesitations that he had to just, create that extra room.
When he cut out, I said, okay, he caught it. Okay, we got the first down. Then I said, well, dog, he's still running. Oh, and you like, oh, he out of there. He out of there. Because I already know they tied, we tied, Dylan Edwards ain't tied. And even if he was tied, they speed can't match his speed. So touchdown is a route. It's a route. It's a route. So I'm like, dang. So we going crazy on the sideline. I'm yelling. I'm hollering. The TCU dude tapped me on the back like, bruh, y'all got this one. And now that's when the quarterback started throwing them bad passes. I was like, I don't know what he doing. But I was like, thank God. Then when we got the ball, it was like 49. No, it's a minute and some change left. But I thought we was going to hike it and kneel down, hike it, kneel down, hike it, kneel down. But we didn't because they had timeouts. And I realized, okay, man, what they doing? And then as I realized, they say, that was TCU last timeout. I said, oh, okay. That's why we had to run plays. So I said, all right, boom. So now I'm scared, like, Lord, don't let nobody fumble the ball between plays. Don't let nobody pick it up and score. And we lay down on the ground and we all sit crying. And I'm like, Lord, please, we need this. Lord, Dion, Coach Prime need this win. Coach Prime need this win. So, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all what I was doing. So, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just be real. I'm going to tell you, Lord, I don't want this to be my blessing. I'm just going to tell them because I'm just going to tell them. So, I read in the Bible that Moses had to hold his arms up to get a victory, right? So remember I told you I'm watching the game and there's certain stuff I won't do no more at the game because I think I was helping them win. So as I think I'm helping them win, I told myself, if I look at the scoreboard, we might lose. So I said, if I look at the scoreboard, we might lose. So I can't look at the scoreboard no more. So I stopped looking at the scoreboard. I'm like, I can't look at the scoreboard. And there was some plays I really want to look at the scoreboard, but I couldn't because it was like 7 minutes to go. So I started doing this around 7 minutes. So I told myself this is why we was going to win. So I said Moses had to hold his arms to win the battle. When Moses' arms got tired, he had to have somebody lift his arms up to win. So I said, Lord, is that what you're telling me? I got to hold my arms up for us to win. So I'm holding up my arms. I said, well, I can't hold my arms too long. So I took the water bottle. Now I'm holding my hands like this. I'm trying to hold on my head. Hold on my head. Now for 7 minutes, the game was like 7 minutes left. Imagine me holding my hands on my head the whole game because I think I'm helping them win by praying for Coach Prime. So I'm holding my hands. Oh, I'm like, Lord. Oh, Lord, this is a long time. This is a long time. So then I started trying to put the bottle on my head, hold it. My head got heavy. I was like, God, dog. Oh, Lord, we got to hurry and finish this game. So when they went to break, I said, well, Lord, I'm going to break because it's a break. Moses had a little break too. So I break. I like, ooh. Then it came back out there. I went to holding my hand on my head again, holding the bottle. I'm like, Lord, I'm holding like Moses did. I don't know why I was doing that. I don't know why I thought I was helping, but that's what I was doing.
Oh
So,
man,
bro,
we need Coach Mo to put you on that
man,
Buffs
listen,
train because we need that. We need that every week, man. You
listen,
can't go
matter
back
of
on it
fact,
now.
before the game, you made me think about Coach Mo. Before the game, I was like, man, what's up, man? Boom, we chilling. So I said, bro, man, boy, you gave them boys that work. He said, well, and we'll see after the game. Because basically, we got to win this game and know, but I said, man, you got it. You like that. You got them boys right. But yeah, man, when the game was over, I'm looking at everybody and Jimmy running out the field. He hollering. I'm hollering. That's how I seen Jimmy. Like, so as I'm hollering, like, cause I go live with y'all. I'm like, yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, if I go out here, are they gonna try to arrest me like I'm a fan? Like, get him down, get him down, get it. So I was like, nah, they see me. So I started kind of walking out there. I'm hollering, yeah. Then Coach Hart, me and him had kind of talked before the game. And then as he see me on live, man, he crunk and I'm crunk. I'm like, yeah. And he in the camera hollering. He like, hey, yeah, Dallas, Texas, here. We here. He said a lot of stuff. I can't remember what he was saying, but he was going ham. But man, you ought to see Mr. Rick George. Boy, Mr. Rick George's whole face was my color. That's how red he was. He was my color out there. Mr. Rick George was my color, hollering. Ah, yeah. I said, but I thought about it. The man probably had so much pressure on him to try to get this win and to make he make the right hire and letting Dion, you let Coach Prime mess up your program. And he's celebrating, man. You could see it on him, like, man, you could see it on him. He was happy, man. He was happy, man.
Oh man,
Yeah,
it was just an unreal experience. And after the win, I mean, were you able to interact with the players and like all that? Like, what was it like feeling that victory?
I interviewed so many of them. So when I'm standing on the sideline with them and I'm dapping them up, I think I dapped Savion up like, boy, yeah. And he looked and then like he realized it was me and he kind of laughed like, because Savion calm. He real calm. So even though they won, he's still calm. So he laughed like, boy, you hype, boy. I like, yeah. Then Charlie O walked up to me like, hey, what's up, boy? And we dapped each other like, yeah, boy. Then Alto was right behind me. When I looked at Alto, I said, yeah. Now Alto had dapped me up before the game, but when he dapped me up right there, for some reason, I was like, oh, that boy tall. I said, man, when I played DB, I said, what was I thinking out here trying to go against these boys? But yeah, he was tall. Then Van Wells had walked by. I'm like, what up, boy? Yeah. And we just dapping him up. And then as I was getting close, Travis Hunter, he right there by me. Now I done seen Travis Hunter the whole time. And I don't be thinking about players like that because we all humans. It is what it
right.
is. You just excellent on the field, but other people excellent at other stuff. So he's standing there right by me. I'm like, oh, look at my boy Trout. Boy, that boy did his thing. And then they hollering at him and everything. Then I see the players. You know, when they took that picture of the players jumping into the stands, I was right there by them when they was jumping up. Oh, yeah. They said Coach Prime was hugging. I was right there. Man, I was by the whole thing. When Coach Prime was, I walked right along with him. I was like, man, this is good. I said, man, Lord, you so good. Like, Lord, you couldn't have dreamed that up, man. You couldn't have dreamed it up. So, man, it was amazing, man. It was amazing. Then the players coming up, and then I hear somebody say, hey, excuse me. And because I'm talking, because Carter Stoudemire, they parents, they walk up to me, they was like, hey, man, hey, I appreciate what you did for my son, man. Thank you for they just showing me love, and I'm showing them love. And then I hear somebody say, excuse me. And I look, man, it's Shador running right past me. Boom. So he go into the locker room. And then Shiloh come through. And I'm like, man, dog, these boys just did something amazing. So it was just amazing sitting there, man. So then I told the people, I was like, yeah, man, I got to hear him catch my plane. So I'm trying to get to my plane, but I want to see the presser with Coach Prime. So I'm sitting in the press conference and I'm waiting on him. And I'm like, okay, man, am I gonna get to see Coach Prime? I got a dip. I'm looking at the phone. I'm waiting on my business partner. I'm trying to see if he gonna hit me up, but he ain't hit me up. So I'm like, man, hi. I see Coach Prime walk out. I told Carl to start my parents, his dad and mom. I'm like, hey, y'all, I'm gonna highlight y'all. I'm gonna go get this press conference. I thought I was finna be the first one in there. Boy, do you know how loaded that thing was, man? It was packed. So I had to stand up on a chair. I'm standing up on a chair. I got my phone in my hand like this. And you don't know what's running through my mind. Coach Prime talking. And this what run through my mind. I'm just telling y'all, because since I've been reading the Bible so lately so much, that stuff that I read in the Bible running through my mind. So I read in the Bible, I was like, God was somewhere and the place was so crowded that the man and his friends lowered him down so God could heal him. So as I was thinking that, Coach Prime talking, and when Coach Prime head came my way as he was talking, like I couldn't say it out loud because I wanted to talk while I was in there, but I saw how they was doing it. They were pointing at people to talk. So I was like, if I burst out, they're gonna say, get him out of here. So I said, I ain't say nothing. So I just didn't say nothing. So as Coach Prime was talking, his head was coming my way. Now I'm on a chair with my hand up, well, one hand up with my phone, but I got my other hand. I'm talking like he talking, but I'm talking with my hand because I'm agreeing with him. He like, yeah, some of y'all didn't believe in me. I have but a few people who believe in me, that know me, that you know, and this is what I'm doing on the chair. Like I'm on the chair, and there was a dude beside me. I said, bro, I ain't messing up your stuff. He said, no, you good, you good. Because I was by his laptop, so he trying to reach around me. So I got the phone, and I'm trying to look. I'm looking at my phone, see if y'all can see the live. And I'm looking, and that's Prime talking. A piece of me, y'all, just a piece of me said, what if he say something to me? Or what if I blurt out like, yeah? But I said, I can't do that because they'll kick me out. So while he looking, I'm like, yeah, talk that talk. Uh-huh. Yeah, talk that talk. And then he said, hey, dog. And I said, who, me? It's like, yeah. As I was walking up there, I said to myself, I appreciate that, TR. I said, he done called me down in front of all these people. This his press conference. He ain't, man, okay. All right. I'm cool. I said, appreciate you. He said, yeah, hey man, thank you. Boom, we dap. He put his hand out. We dap each other out. Boom, I dap. By the time I did this, boy, I'm about to cry. I say, oh, I got to get up out of here. I get up. Yeah, hey, bless you. I was trying to get back out of there. I was about to cry, man, because I was like, man, what's the odds that he saw me in that whole dude? It was a small room, but it was packed.
Yeah,
it was packed. So you got to think I'm on a chair just looking like you can't even see me as so many people, really. I don't know how he saw me, but man.
You know how he saw you? You know how he saw you is because he knows everything. He was watching everything, man. So he knew everybody's face in that room, man.
Yep. I'm talking about, man, boom, he told me to come down, dap me up, talk to me. Well, I almost cried. When I leaned in, I almost cried. I said, I got to get up out of there. And somebody, they said it to me. They say, I heard it in your voice. You were right, because it was like, boy, I think kind of getting to him. I said, I ain't finna cry on national TV. I got to slide back. So I slid back, and I was on a knee, because I got on a knee because when people be standing up, I ain't trying to force my way to get to to get to him like that. So I sat down on my knee to try to get the view. So while I'm getting the view, it hit me like, man, God good. I couldn't even dream this up. And then a couple tears ran down. I said, man, this is wild. Like, bro, this is crazy. Then, that's when everybody went to hollering at me like, man, Colin, you was on TV, boy. Then I had people that calling and saying, bro, they said, man, I got people. I had people hollering at me that they talked to me, but they ain't talked to me in a while. They like, bro, you was on national TV, and then it didn't sink into the next day. Like, hey, he called me down there on his main, like this his show, this his day to show what he done, everything he done, and he called me down there. I was like, I ain't nobody special, but that just let me know, man, when you start trying to do right and, man, get in that word and just let the, just start trying to get right with God, the blessings start flowing, man. They just start flowing, man. For real.
Man, it it was so incredible, man. I think I probably texted you. Must have been midnight your time, but with
Yeah,
our day,
I
I
just
mean,
got,
I
I was
mean,
all, I think I pulled up. I just got home.
I mean, yeah, like Lex and I, like we weren't watching the press conferences or any of the other videos until late that night because
Yeah,
I was streaming for like 6 hours. I was so tired,
yeah.
and I mean, when when he, I can't even talk. When we saw Coach Prime like point you out, I mean, we just looked at each other. Our jaws dropped. We did like a double take, and we just screamed. Um,
Yeah.
like I was just so happy for you, and it's just one of those God moments, man.
Right.
You were meant for all that, man.
But
And yeah,
what's crazy is just it was all God. It was nothing I had to do, man. Nothing I had to do. Like, it's something I want to tell y'all, but I'm gonna hold on, but I'm gonna give you a little piece. When I was going to the airport, because of the airport, like I say, Tremaine blessed us with the American Airlines, with the hotel and everything. His company, him. So when we going to the airport, I ain't been to the airport probably in like a year or 2 years. So they got so much technology. This lady helped me. And when the lady helped me, me and her started talking. And when we started talking, at the end, she told me who she was. And man, what my gifts are for line up with what they can offer. So it ain't no telling what God may bring in the future, man. I'm talking about stuff. I couldn't have dreamed this up. So I know for her to be there right when I'm there at the same time, man, that was all God, man. Listen, if God see fit for that to happen for me, I'm gonna come back and tell y'all, man. Y'all gonna love it because I'm telling y'all a brief of it. I just ain't told you everything. So if something happens from it, which I know God will bless it whichever way He feel like blessing it. But if that story come back to something, which Lord's willing, if it's His will, I want it to, man, y'all gonna love that story. God,
oh, I cannot wait, man. But I mean, dude, I want to give you credit, because you know, yes, these are God moments, but
yeah,
you've also been so disciplined, and you've heard
yeah,
that calling or purpose, and man, I just love to see how diligent you've been being out here, being yourself. The way in which that again you talk about football, but you also talk about a lot about life, man.
right,
Your walk, your journey, your faith, all of that,
yeah,
and um, it's just it's it was perfect.
yeah,
Nobody was better meant for that moment
yeah,
than you and Coach Prime to connect, man. And
yeah.
I'm just so happy, man, for you to give us time to hear your story. For all you in the comments saying that Colin needs to let me talk, no. We're streaming from my channel. This is his opportunity to tell his story. So
Yeah.
I want to be
Well,
in
they
the
know I
background,
talk a lot. They know I talk a lot. You just got to jump in and tell me to let me talk. Yeah,
but man, it just such an incredible day. It truly happy for you, truly excited for you, and I
yeah,
mean, I just can't wait to see what comes from all this, man. Because
right,
just like just like for the whole football team and
yeah.
everything like that. This is just the base, for you, and I feel like you're a rocket ship that's about to take off. But man, we need to get you at every game, man. That's what everybody's saying in the
Man,
comments.
Lord's willing, man. I'm trying to get there. When they said the Oregon time, because everybody told me yesterday they wanted me to go to the Oregon game. So I was like, when they set the time, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Johnny Liquidator, what's happening, boy? What's happening? That boy, man, that boy was comedy on that in Dallas. Boy, that was a maze out there. It was a maze. Yeah,
John,
man.
let me know if you're coming in for Nebraska.
Yeah, John coming.
Okay,
John coming.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Colin, what is your plan for Friday's game? I don't have tickets, so I'm planning on doing a live stream, man. But let the people know what your whole plan is for the weekend, when you're getting in, how long you'll be
Well,
here, kind of all that.
well, Friday, man, I know I want to do a meet and greet. I want to do a meet and greet with whoever want to do a meet and greet Friday. Let's meet and greet. We'll set up something. We'll lock in something at least by Wednesday. and
Okay.
set up meet and greet, and then we'll do that Friday. But because my hotel's still in Denver, so as soon as I get to the airport Friday morning, I'm gonna drive down to Boulder and kick it down there, and then we'll do the meet and greet down there, and then I slide back up to Denver, and I'm gonna try to catch a game and a high school game somewhere. But yeah,
Okay.
you gonna be there. You know, everybody that all the YouTubers probably gonna be there.
Let's go.
Everybody gonna be there. So I want all of us to be in one spot and just holler at the people, man. Just enjoy it, man. Cause you know who walked up to me at the end of the game? Gavin. The QB. I walked up to me like, "What's up, boy, Gavin?" So Gavin, well, you know he tall, but
yeah.
Well, he hollered at me. Then his Gavin dad hollered at me. He was like, "Hey, I'm Gavin's father." He's like, "Man, appreciate you, man. I thank you, man." Javon Antonio parents like, "Man, thank you." I think I seen Shane people too. And then I seen oh man, what was crazy was, you know how I wanted Dylan Edwards to come on the podcast for a show, but I could never get him. So Dylan Edwards was walking up after the game. I'm like, "Hey, bro, boy, you balled out, boy." And then he turned around and he said, he said, "Hey, yo, this life in football. He a YouTuber. I watch him all the time." And I was thinking, "You do? Like, you watch me? Boy, I'm trying to get you on the show, bro. Come on the show." So that it was just funny, man. And then, you know, Dominique Joy, because we from the same hometown, the same area. So he came back out, he talking. And then I seen Kamani before the game. So yeah, man, it was good, man. It was good.
Oh man, I love that. I love that. With you, I mean, yeah, with everybody's like, we need story time with Colin every time he goes to a game. So maybe we do this again after the Nebraska game. But man, your whole story, man, it gave me the same chills that I was feeling when that whole game unfolded on Saturday. And I couldn't be more appreciative of your time, Colin. Real quick, before we get to a couple of the super chats and wrap up, I want to give you some advice before you get into town, and that's with the airport. Are you being picked up, or are you getting a rental car or Uber?
I got a rental. When I get
right there at the airport.
Yeah, it's called Route something. Route.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that'll take care of the easy stuff. Just follow the signs then. But the baggage claim, I guess anybody that's coming in,
I ain't taking no. I carry all my stuff with me.
Perfect.
I carry like a little school book bag and a little luggage that you hold. I ain't got time to wait for that stuff. Yeah.
Well, because the Denver airport's kind of weird, like in terms of how it's laid out.
There once or twice, but not leaving. I just came, sat, left. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll keep this short for anybody who's flying in. Once you're at baggage claim, if you walk straight out to that same level, that's for the rental car stuff. That's for the Ubers, all of that. They'll take you to wherever you need to go. But if you're getting picked up from like a friend or something like that, you need to go down a level on that escalator or elevator to level 4 for passenger pickup. People get lost all the time doing it. So just want to let everybody know that. Let's go ahead and get to a few of the super chats. I'm not sure how this works with we having both streams, but anyways, I'll send you the super chats, Colin, because I'm really appreciative of your time. But
man, that's you, brother. That's you. That's blessing to you. Well, that's you.
I really appreciate that.
That's you.
But Jake Fever says,
that's my boy right there.
Yeah.
KJ, what's happening? I see you, bro. Do you think Coach Prime just changed? Oh, yes. Facts. The more we win, the more it's a route. And check this out. It's other players on other teams right now on big boy squads that's playing, but they ain't playing like they want to play. They ready to come over here and get something. And do you think every kid is going to have to fight for their scholarship each year or be replaced? Well, he bring in dogs. So I'm thinking he bringing in dogs. They know more dogs coming. They know you got to just be that guy. Matter of fact, this is what I was thinking while the game was on. I was like, Lord, I don't know why I kept doing that, but I was like, Lord, bless these players, because I know everybody want to play and make it to the NFL, but you just never know how it's going to go. But the good thing is you got the NFL, you got the XFL, you got the USL, you got the CFL. So you got 4 leagues, plus you got the arena ball. You got 5 leagues you can make it to. But really, what I want God to bless them with is the mindset to keep grinding, no matter if it look like you win it or not, to keep grinding. And then the other thing is, man, just do your best on while you at practice and when you in your personal life, so everything can be lining up so you can win. No matter if you make it in the sports at the professional level or not, you will still set yourself up with winning. That's the real thing. But yeah, they know they finna be fighting for them scholarships. You got to be him to get out there on that field.
Yeah.
And the players gonna get better and better and better. Not saying they ain't real good now, but I'm just saying, yeah.
It's that professional environment, man. Absolutely. Let's get to Rich gave us $10, 2 super chats. Thank you so much. Says, I love this. Salute to you, gentlemen, for linking up. And I'll answer this one for Rich. Anybody have a legit platform where I can bet on the spreads? If you are in a state in which it is illegal, you can bet through the Bovada website. That's what I did when I lived in Texas. I lived in West Texas for 7 years. But my preference, if you live in Colorado, I really like the DraftKings app. And then we got one more from Nicole Carter. Thank you so much. She says, love this mutual respect and appreciation for each other. Thank you so much.
I rock with all my YouTube boys. You're my boys. I'm down with them, all of them.
Well, Colin, man, I really appreciate again your time on Labor Day, and with your day off, chatting with me and all the fellas for well over an hour. So super appreciative of your time. Cannot wait to connect in real life. And man, again, I want to take some time to just thank you always for your words of encouragement, checking in, the advice, the different things that you've opened up for me. I'm incredibly grateful for. And I just love you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey, right back to you. Love you too, man. Listen, man, we rock, baby. Hey, we rock. Hey, the blessings, they overflow. So it ain't nothing, no need to hide nothing. Them blessings overflow for everybody.
Right. That's right. Well, awesome. I'll let you get to it. To everybody who checked in, really appreciate it. We tried this dual stream from Colin's channel too, but if you've never met me, I'm David. I talk Buffs. I post YouTube videos too. And if you've never met Colin before, you should now. So make sure you go subscribe to his channel at Life and Football. The link to his channel is in the description of my video, if I can talk. And then lastly, one last shout out, Colin. I got a little apparel sponsor, my buddy Martez from Yo Martez. He has come out with these prime time retro Ralphie tees. I worked with him on this design. Really cool. So
so you big time like that.
Yeah, isn't that cool? We got Ralphie.
Yeah.
I kept calling her he yesterday because I was so fired up showing everybody it. But you see, we got the Yo Martez logo over there. He's got some other Dallas Mavericks stuff too, and just really other cool other clothes. So y'all go check that out. That was my gift to you, Colin, when I asked for your address. I sent you one.
I just thought about it. I said I gotta go to my P.O. box and get it. I gotta go to my P.O. box. When you just showed, I said, "Oh, that's probably what he gave me." Yeah. Oh, no. For the Nebraska game, my business partner said he believed we are going to win 35-17. That's what my business partner thinks. 35-17.
Book it. 35-17. I'll let you get going, Colin. Again, thank you everybody for checking this live stream out, for the comments. I try to do my best to moderate, and thank you so much for the discussion. We will see you guys later, and as always, Sco Buffs.
Appreciate it,
dude.